Dad and I are going to be rebuilding two clubs from the Mad Scientist 94-95 retro database on Football Manager. Head into the biggest league in the world at the time, the Serie A in Italy. And this database picks up right after AC Milan won their 14th Scudetto with big names such as Ruud Gullit, Maldini and Van Basten in the squad, as well as just winning the Champions League trophy. However, waiting to take over was Juventus, with players such as Roberto Baggio and a very young Del Piero. And they went on and toppled AC Milan to win the title in this season. And so today, Dad takes over that hungry Juventus side as I try to stop reality and keep AC Milan at the top of Italy and world football across the next 5 seasons. And here is your reminder how points are won and lost in versus rebuilds. Dad, today we've gone back in time.
Yes, I do like these retro ones, yeah, so looking forward to this one.
Yeah, so I asked for a lot of your suggestions. One of the best suggestions was AC Milan versus Juventus. And the reason for that is in the Serie A in 1994-95, AC Milan had just won the league. But from the simulation that I did, and in real life, Juventus go on to have a much better season that season there. So it's kind of probably two of the best in the world at that point, because as we also know, the Serie A in 1994 was the most reputable league in the world.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
It was just as the Premier League was in its starting year and a bit. 2 years, obviously, when the Premier League actually started. So the Serie A was still the dominant force in world football. They had all the best players. It had all the potential to carry on and be the best league in the world. It's where the money was at the time. It's going to be the best one to do.
Yeah.
And I agree.
I'm looking forward to it.
So I have taken it upon myself to be AC Milan. That's kind of my Italian team anyway. And you have been Juventus because there's a couple of good players that you enjoy there too.
Definitely is, yeah.
So in the starting transfer window, we had a bit of money now. I do know from speaking to the Mad Scientist, they've actually changed a few things since this very early thing. So a lot of what you might say is problems have been fixed if you do decide to download the retro database, but we'll elaborate to them because of course we're fair and everything. We've already fed back the feedback to the Mad Scientist on what we have found, but overall this, as he always is with the retro databases, this is a lot of fun. It's unbelievable, this database. It's so good. So let's kick things off then. We're on AC Milan. Let's look at the transfer market that I had, because I did bring in a couple of big names that you might recognize. Rivaldo, look at him.
Who wouldn't?
With his mustache at Palmeiras from 94-95. And of course you can even download the graphics and everything using the Mr. Tiny graphics pack and new gen pack as well. So as people come through in real life, they will come through the game as well. £10 million after just his one season at Palmeiras. £10 million for Rivaldo would have been an extreme amount of money back in 94.
100%, yeah.
But looking back on it,
looks a bargain.
it doesn't it?
Yeah.
And he does look quite good as well.
Oh.
Already,
Yes.
I mean, you were snooping around it, but I'd already put a bid in. I'd already put a bid in. I'd already got in there. And I also got in there first when it came to the free transfer of Diego Maradona.
Well, I'm going to let you know on this. I did look at him as well, and I refused to buy him. I'm
Because of the hand?
I'm not having it. No, I'm not. I wouldn't have him in my team. Don't care who he is and don't care what you say. No, not in my team.
I didn't care about that. I just went and signed him. I signed the 33-year-old legendary attacking midfielder, Diego Maradona. Not that I'm looking past what he did because he was a cheat, but I couldn't look past how good this is.
It's good, yeah.
And he's a free transfer, and I just kind of want to see what he can do at AC Milan. But I've told him, look, Diego, no drugs, no parties, no drink. And he said, no can do. I went, okay, fair enough. I also did make a couple of signings, including Nesta, bringing him into the club for quite cheap as well, because he's one for the future more than anything for now. So hopefully, in the long run, we'll have an unbelievable team. And my final signing is Luis Figo.
What a signing. At 22 as well.
22 years of age.
He already looks good as well, doesn't he?
An incredible midfielder. On that right-hand side. He looks fantastic. So I'm really happy with that one, signing him from Sporting. Now, Dad, your first signing was a man that was also on my shortlist.
Yes.
For £7 million, you picked up Zinedine Zidane.
Already world-class as well at 22. Class that. So, yeah, I'm really pleased with this one. He'd do a good job in my midfielder for me, can I?
Oh, well, yeah.
Yes.
It's Zidane, Dad.
Yeah.
You're not talking about somebody people don't know.
Strong on the left foot, but very strong on the right foot. So I can put him either side as well. So, don't matter where I play him in midfield, you know he's going to be good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But he might have something to do with battling Edgar Davids in your midfield? Because it's another one that you've brought in.
Yeah, but my mind thinking is I'm going to play both of them in midfield. He's left-footed. I'll play him on the left, Zidane on the right. What a midfield that is! Alongside
some of the midfielders you already have at the club as well.
Yeah.
Cramming them all in already.
Yes.
But arguably your talisman is picking up Alan Shearer.
Mate, when we do these retro ones, if Alan Shearer's available, I'm buying him every single time. I just know what this guy would give me. He'll give me goals. He'll give me goals, and he'll give me goals. Every single season. I'm buying him. He's in. Watch this space.
I can't wait for him to not provide any goals, and you have to flog him off and sell him in season number 2.
I hope not, Alan. Don't let me down now, mate. Don't let me down.
Now, in terms of the tactics we're going to be playing, I'm going for a 4-4-2, very reminiscent of the time period, with 2 DMs, the likes of Ruud Hullit's in my side, some fantastic players who can get in there, but yeah, I'm enjoying a 4-4-2 as of late, and I think this is the perfect time to do it. Use the 94 retro database. But Dad, you're rocking something a little bit different.
Yeah, I'm a bit narrower.
A narrow diamond.
I wanted to play 2 up front. There's a 2 midfield. We know who they're going to be. So
yeah.
I'm looking forward to this day, mate.
I mean, you got Del Piero, you've got Shearer, you got the likes of Vialli as well.
I have loads of people up front, yeah, so I'm really looking forward to this.
All right, let's crack on then. Season number 1. Let's simulate it and see what happens. Season 1, and Dad, just like real life, Juventus have won the league 10 points as well.
Get in.
Only losing 2.
Yes.
Winning 32 out of 34 matches.
Didn't draw a
is
single
rather
game.
Impressive.
And you don't draw a game, you got to stand a really good chance, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, you only conceded 19 goals as well in 34 games. Proper Italian.
Yes.
One of the games you did lose, though, was at the San Siro, and it was a 1-0 win to AC Milan. So I do pick up a point for that.
That's not bad when you look at that, because the other game I lost against Lazio.
Yeah,
so when you look at the
3 of the
table,
games you lost.
Yeah.
Those top 2 and behind
second and
you.
third.
They were far off of us, but goal difference as well. Like, they were nowhere near us. You scored 118, I scored 116. I just conceded a lot more. I lost 2 games as well. One of them was against you, so I did lose another point there. Both of them away games as well, and both of them a 2-0 and a 1-0.
Yeah.
So I just drew 5 games where you didn't. So that's how I fell, unfortunately. Alan Shearer has scored 36 goals in a season that only has 34 games. He played in every single game. He got 36 goals and 7 assists. Unbelievable.
Thank you, Alan.
I take it back.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
About not being able to bring goals. Gianluca Vialli, R.I.P. to him. He scored a lot of goals as well.
What a front pair I had there, look.
Still very good. Diego Maradona scored a lot more than what I thought he would.
I must admit, yeah, he did score more.
21.
Yeah.
I thought he'd be a bit part player.
Yeah.
I mean, he was absolutely exceptional. 21 in just 23 games because, of course, it is Diego. He does miss games, and he's missed quite a few of them. Both our goalkeepers were up there. Peruzzi had a good amount of clean sheets. He was the Golden Glove winner, but man, Rossi was right behind. Vialli and Baggio is up there in terms of the average rating. That's quite high. Let's look at what is our best 11 now. I stuck Figo on that right-hand side to play, and he stays there now, but I've got the likes of Desai and Hullet, and sometimes they switch around. Baresi, Maldini.
I used to love watching Ruud Hullet score. What a header of a ball that guy was.
I mean, on this as well, he plays in so many different positions.
Yeah.
He's fantastic.
He was that
32
good,
years of age. Van Basten up front did not get as many goals as what I hoped. He did get 28, actually. I'm being a bit harsh. He got 15 in the league. Again, he only played 20 games. There was a few injuries in there. Hip injury. Maybe he was out for 3 months.
He used to get a lot of injuries, though, didn't he?
I mean, his career ended because of an ankle injury, wasn't it? Which
such a shame, because he was such a good player.
Yeah, 3 Ballon d'Or winners.
I've seen him playing for Holland as well. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, so I've got a great side here. Simeone's in there too. Marco Simeone, he's really good. My bench has got some decent players on it, but it's going to be a tricky one to replace certain players when they get to the age where they're no longer good enough. Or is it going to be difficult? We'll have to find out. Let's have a look then at your starting 11 before we have a look at the cup competitions. Your best 11, Alan Shearer and Vialli, Baggio up there, Zidane, Davids and Deschamps. So you said that midfield.
Yeah.
There's a trio there.
What a defending midfielder he was as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It meant that Del Piero was actually on the bench, but he is only 20 years old.
Yeah.
That's how good he is at 20, which is mental. Antonio Conte's in there.
Didn't like him.
Your defence, I'll be honest, I didn't know any of these.
I honestly didn't. So
Torricelli, Carla.
I mean, they've done well considering
the amount of goals that you didn't concede.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so I've got to be pleased with what they've done for me. So thank you very much.
Fortunato.
But they wouldn't.
Again,
I mean, Italian defenders. I've always said to you, don't know. Whenever I'm looking for a defender, I always look for Italian defenders first, don't I? Because they are so good, and that goes to prove it. They didn't even know who they were, and they're brilliant.
Yeah. Okay, let's look at your competitions first. Did you win anything else other than the league? Won the UEFA Cup.
Treble.
And won the Coppa Italia.
What a season.
Wow. Beat Newcastle in the final.
Oh, did Alan Shearer score the winning goal?
This is a classic. No, he didn't.
He didn't?
No.
Oh, he missed out one on there, didn't he?
It's obviously before he moved there, but it's where he was from.
Yeah.
They had Andy Cole up front. He did quite well. He's only 23 there. This, of course, is the classic UEFA Cup. How it is played out was round by round across the whole season. Arsenal, you knocked out there. Semi-final was beating Real Madrid 9-5. As Newcastle beat Bordeaux 10-6. 10-7, sorry. Insane, really. But you are the UEFA Cup holders. And unfortunately for me as well, you did the double in Italia, which meant I've won nothing there. Beating Lazio in the final. Did you beat me along the way? You did. So another 2 points. Very disappointing. I think I actually win a point because I won the first leg. I won the first leg 2-1. But yeah, we absolutely destroyed the teams that we come up against. Well, my only saving grace is the Champions League. And I didn't win that. Quarter-final by Ajax, unfortunately. Who went to the final? No. Manchester United went to the final and beat Barcelona. This is the Manchester United side led by Alex Ferguson with the likes of Peter Schmeichel. What's the winner of the UEFA Super Cup, though? Let's look at the goals then. Diego, how many goals did you score against everybody else in my team? 30-28, but he did play way more than Van Basten. I think that's something I need to look into, really. Fiegel, though, 27 assists. A lovely amount of assists there. Do I change things, though? That's the question. My transfer budget, and this is one of the things that we fed back to the mad scientist. I don't think it's going to be this much if you do download it now. The transfer budgets don't match player values because that is a huge amount. Normally, you think that's fine. But when you're looking at the caliber of players and how much they cost, it's a lot less.
Yeah.
Like Bergkamp, 26 years of age. He's worth £4.5 million, and they accept bids from that. So that's where you got to look at it and go, all right, okay, but it will hopefully be changed now. But we weren't playing that. We were playing in Ultra Boost mode where we had a lot of money and a lot of players to aim for. Now, Dad, 43 goals for Alan Shearer in just 40 starts and 7 off the bench. Vialli got 39. Baggio got 22 and 24 assists.
My problem is now I'm losing him, though.
Yeah, he is gone.
Didn't want to sign a new contract.
Joining Manchester United.
I'm gutted with that. Absolutely gutted.
So am I.
I mean, you look at the value of him at 2.7 million.
Yeah.
And he's 28 in his prime, and he looks like that.
I'd like to have seen him in the Premier League as well, though, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Especially at Man United back then.
Oh, what a striker he was.
Him in behind Eric Cantona.
Yeah.
That would have been mental.
Yeah.
Other than that, though, you got a few. Obviously, Zidane's done quite well for you this season. 10 goals, 8 assists. Edgar David's very similar, but obviously he's a bit more of a destroyer type of player.
Yeah.
Your transfer budget is £41 million. But I do think, though, obviously you're now going into the Champions League. I'm in UEFA Cup, as you can see there. The Champions League, back when only the champions were in it.
That's how I think it should be. That's why it was called the Champions League.
Yeah, the money is too much now to start taking teams out, and your poor Spurs would never be in it. Anyway, let's look at the points for the first season. I had to get a dig in then because Dad is absolutely walking all over me at the minute. So the season number 1 points are Omega Luke with 2 points and Omega Dad with 15. Dad, Baggio wasn't the only player who left you, unfortunately, as well. You also lost Curler, who was obviously your good centre-back that you had.
Yeah, he was, done a good job today. I mean, look at him, look there, marking 20, tackling 20. Perfect.
Yeah.
Centre-back.
After 4 seasons, he decided to not renew his contract. He was off to Ajax.
That's 2 big players for this team I've lost, really.
Yeah, I mean, they had a very good team back then, 95, 96. Very different stadium as well. Look at that. I mean, I've been to the new Ajax stadium. It is incredible. That does not look incredible. Louis van Gaal was the manager. They had the likes of Overmars. I mean, Frank Rijkaard's back there. Danny Blind, which is Daly's son, obviously. Dad, obviously. Other way around, Luke.
Yeah.
You're my son, apparently. Yeah. But yeah, Jurgen Koller has gone there, which meant that you went in for a couple of extra players, including one of Ajax's centre-backs in Frank de Boer.
thought this was a really good replacement for him as well, and he's left-footed as well. So
Yeah.
ideal, fits into that position.
Yeah, absolutely. So £4.6 million again. We know it's cheap.
Yeah.
You don't have to tell us. Free transfer though, Dennis Bergkamp.
On a free transfer, Dennis. God almighty, I couldn't believe my luck when I got this player. Oh, brilliant. He just takes over from Baggio straight away, doesn't he?
Yeah, brilliant. An Arsenal legend.
I don't care what you say about him, he is a legend.
Speaking of Arsenal
He could have
players,
played anybody he liked.
there's another one. So Campbell.
No, this guy's a Spurs legend.
Yeah, he's also a Spurs traitor. How is he a Spurs legend?
He was brilliant for Spurs.
Yeah,
Really
then he
enjoyed
went to
him playing.
Arsenal and became a traitor.
I know some of you fans can't handle that, but I could handle it. You know, that's all right. He done well for us, I think.
Not a true Spurs fan in my eyes.
I watched him play. Well, we watched him play for England, and he's such a good player.
Yeah, but if Carlos Tevez was on the air, I'd be like, scum.
Yeah.
So there we go. Julian Guerrero, £8.5 million. Again, it's a player that I've not really well known about. I don't really know him. I've never heard of him. But Bilbao had a lot of players like that.
I mean, 21, and he's like that already. What a player. I couldn't afford to miss out on it. So, yeah, got him in.
Then...
Oh, what a left back. This
Roberto
is going to be
Carlos.
the best left back ever.
Yeah, him and Ashley Cole.
Got to be. Yeah, got to be.
I knew you'd agree with that because Arsenal player. But yeah, I'd say him and
England.
Ashley Cole.
I mean, we all... Whenever you think about him and whenever you see him, you just think about that free kick, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the goal everybody thinks about him
Yeah.
scoring. How he curled it that much, I just don't know. But
Yeah, the wrong way as well.
Yeah.
Like, how did you hit it that way? But it went there. It's
I couldn't believe
incredible.
this signing. At 22, I couldn't believe my luck when I got him.
Again from Palmeiras, who
7
had an
million.
unbelievable team back in
Yeah.
94, 95. Obviously, I got Rivaldo. Dad picked the Roberto Carlos. We are in an era of Serie A where you can only sign two non-EU players, which is the reason why I didn't get him last season because I was so tempted to. But then I've also got Maldini, so it's kind of like... we already mentioned Frank de Boer, but speaking of legends again, Jose Luis Chilavert.
You know me,
Great keeper.
I'm going to get a keeper in, and this is a good keeper to get in as well.
But the main reason why to get him in, he's got 20 free kicks.
Yeah. Just got to stick him in there, mate, taking any free kick. When he's on the pitch, if we get a free kick, he's taking it.
I'm
gonna
really annoyed
plug
for
him
you
in.
because you signed him, but you're not knocking him in.
No.
I just think huge missed opportunity for content there. Just to see how many he does actually score.
I didn't really want to. I like the keepers to fight it out. I've got two really good keepers, but if he's playing it, I'll put him down for taking free kicks.
Boring! You signed a Spurs player, Dad. That's unlike you. Popescu.
Yes. I quite like it. It's my defensive midfielder. So I just bought two midfield players just in case I was getting injuries.
Yeah.
I thought they were two good replacements for the players that I've already got in the team.
Again, I'll be honest, I'm unaware of Popescu, but this is kind of before my time.
Yeah, I can remember
94,
him.
I was
Yeah,
only
he was
2
good.
years old.
He was a good player.
Then finally, Gianfranco Zola.
I think everybody knows who this guy is, don't they? So, I mean, good price for this guy. And I felt that the older he got, the better he got.
Well, that's the thing, because obviously I don't really remember Zola at this point. I remember when he was at Chelsea.
Yeah.
And that was like, what, 98, 99, around about that time?
Yeah.
That was 5 years later.
Yeah.
He was like 35 and he was the best player in the Premier League at certain points.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, he just got better the older he got. But what a player to get in.
Yeah, so Gianfranco Zola.
And he just covers the two positions, the striker or the attacking midfielder as well. So I'm pleased with that.
Yeah, I think you've done well to replace the players that you lost
Yeah.
and improve this team. It's made it very difficult for me. And we've gone for, again, that diamond because you won the treble. And as much as you'd like to tinker, you just knew everybody would give you stick if you did. Best 11 pick was that. That's the reason why you put Popescu in there.
Yeah, I wanted to get him in there, yeah.
But other than that, good sign.
The front line's still good in it with Bergkamp in there. And I was surprised, really, that Guerrero took over from
Zidane.
Yeah. So but I thought, well, I'll let it go. Because one of them gets injured. Let's just go straight in.
Let's look at my transfer window. It's even better, I think. I did lose Fiegel, though. Shockingly,
Oh, yeah.
left. Which was annoying because the board accepted the deal and not even have a release clause. It's really frustrating. I'm not quite sure why they did that because he was actually my best player. But
22, he's only going to get better, wasn't he?
only a couple of £1 million more as well. Really frustrating that I lost him. But nonetheless, we move on. And I signed Gabriel Batistuta. Now, this is my all-time favourite Serie A player.
Yeah.
I would say probably him, Kaká, those two.
Yeah.
I always change my mind whenever somebody asks me, who's your all-time favourite? It's Kaká or it's Batistuta. So, Batty goal, join in.
He was an hell of a striker as well, though, wasn't he? But he was loyal.
Yeah, to Fiorentina for a long time, wasn't he? He had that one move to Roma, and it didn't quite pay off.
No, he could have easily got... I think it was so many years in a row that he could have easily gone. There was teams chasing him all the time, but no, he stayed there.
There was, I think, if I remember rightly, there was... Because he scored a really good goal against Manchester United, and Sir Alex Ferguson tried to sign him, and he just wouldn't go.
No.
He just thinks, what could have been? Because we would have had Batistuta and Shearer up front if everything went
Alex
Ferguson's way. Batistuta went went to AC Milan in this world, as did Roy Keane. I signed Roy Keane. I needed a centre midfielder, and I got the best.
You needed a chopper, so you got him in.
Just 2 years into his Manchester United career before he became what we know as Roy Keane.
Yeah,
£12 million. As well as Claude Makelele as a backup. So that ain't bad at all.
Definitely
obviously
not.
Very early on in his career before he became that good. I needed a keeper though, and I picked up
When I got one of the best.
Best in the world.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Buffon's a little bit too young at the minute. Edwin van der Sar turned me down, so Oliver Kahn came in. But either way, I went for Oliver Kahn, and I don't regret that decision in the long run. I think he's going to be incredible for me.
Definitely, yeah.
13 million, just one season at Bayern Munich, and he's gone. Destroying legacies here. Changing the course of what really happened. I can't believe he had that many years at Karlsruhe beforehand. Like, I know in the first team, obviously, it's only, 4 years there, but still, like, mental to me because of how long he went on to play for Bayern.
I think that's what it is, how many years he went on for.
Yeah, because he played until he was like 39.
Yeah.
So, yeah, crazy. But then I picked up probably one of the all-time best free transfers ever, Romario. I mean, you got quite a good one, to be fair.
Yeah.
A very good one.
Yeah.
In Dennis Bergkamp.
I mean, for a striker, just finishing 19,
Romario.
Posure 20.
Anticipation 20. 19 for acceleration and agility.
And look at him, both feet, very strong.
Untouchable.
It's all there, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's all there.
Off the back of scoring 11 goals for Barcelona. He's got 2 and 3 already. Rui Costa was my final sign-in right at the end of the transfer window from Fiorentina as well.
You just rated them a side deal because you just
making them worse.
Italian side, yeah.
I mean, again, it was Rui Costa and Batistuta to me. That was the reason why I love 90s Serie A.
Yeah.
So,
Good
those
midfield
two
player.
there. Incredible. Tactically, I have obviously changed it because I wouldn't be buying Rui Costa when I'm playing 2 DMs. I've gone for a 4-2-2 narrow formation. And the reason for it is really I lost the right winger. There isn't any good right wingers to replace him. So I went and had a look, and because of how good the centre attacking midfielder options are, I went down that route instead. So Romario and Van Basten, Rivaldo and Rui Costa as a front 4 with Hollett and Albertini in behind. Or Roy Keane. Like, come on, Maradona's on the bench after scoring the most goals. I've even got Di Canio knocking around at 27 here before his move to West Ham. So there is some fantastic
I'll tell you what, you look
there.
at that team sheet there, and it just makes you smile, doesn't it? When you see the
does,
players right through the middle of the spine there, like right up front, and you think,
Yeah.
what a team that is already.
Some legends in that team.
Yeah.
I think I've got like Costa Curta on the bench, and he's one of the best defenders the Serie A's ever seen. And Nesta been loaned out, so Batistuta doesn't even get in at the minute.
And Diego Maradona's on the bench as
Yeah,
well.
yeah. Batistuta's on there. What's going on? Nobody understands what you just did then. Got YouTube guidelines. No idea. Dad, let's look at what you got from... Obviously, we've seen your 11, the signings you made. Your schedule so far. We've played each other just in a friendly. Calm down, all right?
I can't believe Roy Keane scored the winning goal.
He lost 2-1 with Roy Keane scoring the winner, but just calm down. In the games itself, you won 6-0, 2-0, 4-1, and Alan Shearer's got 5 goals there. Actually, he's got 8 goals in 3 games, and that's not me over-exaggerating. That's 8 goals in 3 games. Yeah, he's already on course to win the Golden Boot. That's hilarious. We don't know the Champions League group yet.
No.
In that one, so that's quite funny. The schedule for me, as you can see, I've also won 3. 1-0 against Lazio, 6-2 against Genoa. Romario got a couple. Van Basten got a hat-trick in that one. Rivaldo got a couple in the Inter Milan AC Milan derby, where I had to go away from home. And I won 4-2. So, I haven't got the UEFA Cup group either. Dad is miles ahead on points, but can I close that gap? Let's find out. Well, yes, I can. An unbeaten season. 0 games lost. Invincibles.
That's even worse.
I mean, I conceded 38 goals, but I managed to score 138.
Strike force you had as well, though, isn't it?
Bloody hell.
I mean, I'm 119, so I've got where I expected to be.
12 points cleared, Dad. Did you even hold me to a draw? You didn't, which means 2 wins as well. An extra 2 points on top of the 4 for winning the league. 6 points in total going invincible. And yet, none of my players, other than Batistuta, who was on the bench, remember, when we did the best 11. Alan Shearer got 32, Bergkamp got 30, Vialli got 28, and Batistuta got 27. Look at the name below as well.
Dennis Bergkamp, have you seen it?
Yeah, 8 average rating. Insane. Absolutely insane. Free transfer. The likes of Hernan Crespo's knocking around, trying to get involved in this, by the way.
Yeah.
He made a move to Roma from River Plate. Because I was just thinking, I don't remember him playing for Roma. And then I clicked on him and seeing that he had a River Plate shirt on. They had signed him this season. What a signing that is. 26
goals,
28 games. Unbelievable stuff. I didn't even have the most clean sheets. I don't know. Oliver Kahn only had 8 clean sheets. Don't know how
You
we
were just scoring more goals than anyway.
Yeah,
That's
just
Kevin
every-
Keegan
yeah.
tactics, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. All right, we're on AC Milan. Can I really close the gap? Oh, yes.
Do you know, I didn't think you would repeat what I've done last season. I thought, oh, God, that's so many points in the bag. You can't do that.
Whatever you can do, I can do better because I just done it unbeaten. And I beat you in the Super Cup. There's an extra point straight away. We don't count the Super Cup as a trophy, but it's a game against each other.
Yeah, it was a game.
The Coppa Italia final was a 0-0 penalty win over Parma. That was a tough one, wasn't it? And then the UEFA Cup win penalties against Liverpool. That...
And
in
AC
2005
yeah.
is 10 years.
Yeah.
I mean, it was actually 9 years before because this would have been 1996. This would have been because this would have been the 95-96 season. But that is 9 years before Istanbul.
Yeah.
Oh, imagine if it went in the same way where... No, it didn't.
That Istanbul game was a game that everybody remembers where they were when they watched that game.
Yeah, I was just at home. Yeah, I mean, Robbie Fowler is there. I mean, Robbie Fowler, 21 years of age. Look how good he looks.
Oh.
Insane. They've got a fantastic team. The likes of, well, Ian Rush. David James is in there. John Barnes towards the end of his career.
That's Steve McManaman before he went to Real Madrid as well,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Before he did that, some fantastic players that they've got there.
I think he went to Real Madrid for nothing. I think he ran his contract out, if I remember rightly.
Used the boss man rule.
Yeah.
Let's have a look then, Dad. Did you manage to win anything this season?
Well, there wasn't anything left.
Oh, the Champions League, Manchester United.
Semi-final about United. Oh, that's even
AC
worse.
Milan in the Coppa Italia. Yes. Get it. You did win one of the games though.
Yeah.
So I didn't actually go unbeaten throughout the whole season. You did beat me at one point in
I
that
was the only
first
team
leg.
that beat you then.
Well, we'll have a look because I might have been beaten at some points in the UEFA Cup across the legs.
Yeah.
But yeah, I beat you on penalties in the Coppa Italia. I beat on the last game of the season as well. We did play each other quite late into there. But Champions League semi-final by Manchester United. They went on to win it. So that's 2 years in a row that they've won it. Yeah, 2 years in a row. They beat Porto in the final this time round with Club Brugge getting to the semi. Crazy, isn't it? But that, I guess because it's only the winners that you're going to get that chucked up quite a lot instead of how we see it now where if Club Brugge got to the final, which they have done in a challenge that we've done recently, and we were like, how the hell? Well, I won't spoil where that was because it played a huge factor in what actually happened. And you might not have seen it yet, so make sure you're checking out all the content. Across the season then, did I pick up any other losses? I did. PSV Eindhoven, quarterfinal first leg.
And you beat 5-0 the second leg.
5-0 the second leg. A lot of greens, a couple of yellows. Very good season for AC Milan. 46 in 35 starts with 13 off the bench.
That's what you got him in for.
Yeah. Romario, free transfer, 35 goals in 45 games. 34 still. Oh my God, 23 starts. 23 off the bench. 34 goals and 22 assists.
Dear.
I mean, it's fair to say, when you're coked up on the bench, you come on and make a bigger impact.
I mean, that's 115 goals from them 3 players. That's why you win, isn't it, really?
Van Basten, is he picking up injuries again?
Yeah.
Broke his lower arm. You can still play through that, surely.
Sure, yeah.
22 goals and 13 assists for Rivaldo getting 20 and 18. Even Ruud Gullit getting 19 there. Look at the assists as well. Roy Keane chipping in with the assists.
I mean, well, you're saying Roy Keane with the assists.
Maldini, 28.
I'm looking at Roy Keane scoring 9 goals.
Yeah. Back then, he was a goal scorer. He used to score quite
Did
a lot
he?
of goals. Yeah, and early in his career, it wasn't until he picked up a lot of injuries where he decided to instead make other people injured.
Yeah, just stop.
But Maldini getting 28 assists is fantastic for a player with only 12 crossing.
Yeah.
That is mental. I mean, 15 for passing, fair play. My transfer budget, £62 million. Again, it's way too much, but we ain't going to complain. Your goals, Dad. 41 from Alan Shearer, 39 from Vialli. Dennis Bergkamp coming in with a 33 and 14.
Oh, same as you, really. What a front three, wasn't it?
Yeah. Del Piero getting a good amount of games as well. 17 goals there. Guerrero getting 22 assists, being the highlights for sure. 17 assists from Torricelli, who, of course, playing right back for you.
Roberto Carlos, 15 assists.
15 assists
only
from that
2
left
goals.
back
You let me
position.
down, boy. You let me down.
What about Chilavert? Did he score any? No, he played 3 games, but he didn't score any. gutted. Apparently, though, whenever he took a free kick, you conceded right after because he had to run back. Your transfer budget for next season, Dad, £26 million. Not a lot compared to me. I'm sure you'll make the most out of it, though. But let's have a look at the points because I think it's been turned around quite quickly. Yes, the points last season, of course, finishing on 15-2. This season, Omega Luke gained 17 points to Omega Dad's 1, meaning the total points now, after 2 years, is Omega Luke with 19 and Omega Dad with 16. Now, to kick this transfer window off, Diego Maradona left. He has gone to Boca Juniors, which I kind of like. I go back home.
You do like that team, don't you?
I do, yeah.
Like the shirt,
the colours.
Yeah.
It's the colours. I've got a windbreaker jacket, and I love it.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's gone back to Boca. Obviously, he only played 1 season there, but the back end of his career, he might have played there a little bit more. I can't quite remember my Diego Maradona knowledge, but going back there, he's already started well. Look, 5 goals, 6 assists in 7 games. He is God, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got to be over there, isn't he?
So I'm happy. He had a lovely couple of seasons with me on a free transfer. He's gone back, and I'm sure he'll do very well. But that meant there was holes in my team that I needed to replace. And I really enjoyed replacing them, let me tell you that. Starting things off, I went for a new right back. I needed one, and the right back I really wanted, Dad had already signed, and that might give you a clue in the era that we're in, the Brazilian Gary Neville. Anyway, Javier Zanetti. Some people say the Argentinian Gary Neville went to Bayern Munich for free on this. I signed him for £7.5 million the season after, and I think it's worth it. I think he obviously is world class. Yeah,
definitely.
What a right back. He did obviously go to Inter Milan in his real career, so I'm sorry, Inter fans, but I've changed the course of the world again. Patrick Kluivert. Again.
Oh, what a
player.
Another brilliant Dutch player, They had so good players, and they're coming through, didn't they? That sort of decade sort of thing.
Yeah, that generation, I think is the word you're looking for.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a few generations the Dutch players come through. There was only really one sort of era where you're like, what happened to the Dutch?
Yeah.
And that's quite recent,
it
to
was
be fair.
quite
But it looks
recently,
like they're turning things around right now. Patrick Kluivert, I mean, we stopping him there from going to Barcelona, where on another retro database where you can play the 98-99 one, he is the best player to go for. He's insane. So
definitely,
hopefully he turns out like that. Dad lost Roberto Baggio last season. I went and signed him.
I'm so disappointed in him doing that.
He had a great season in the Premier League, 19 and 15. I picked him up for £7 million. Incredible. He wasn't the only one, though, because I also signed the other guy. He lost on a free transfer from Ajax.
I couldn't believe how good this guy was. When you signed him, I thought that was my old player. And when I looked at him, I thought he was really good. He was really good. I lost him on a freebie as well.
He is really good.
So,
he is fantastic, and I'm buzzing to have him back in the Serie A at my club. Fernando Hierro from Real Madrid, £15 million. Doesn't have a lot of pace, but everywhere else is great.
Yeah.
Solid player. Can also play DM too.
Yeah.
So there's options. Martin Wagner from Bayern Munich. There was a left back that I wanted that you picked up last season. Obviously, I've got Maldini. This is just a backup for me, Martin Wagner. Then we got Gianluigi Buffon for £1 million. I thought I'd get him now before he gets too old. He's in my Milan under 20s.
Starting to look good now, isn't he?
Yeah, I think from our experience so far of losing players you don't want to lose, I made sure that I've got options here in case I lose Oliver Kahn.
Yeah.
In Gianluigi Buffon. So that is my transfer window in a nutshell. We're sticking with the tactic because we got a treble out of it. I don't tinker when things are going right. And as you can see, it's very similar to the team that we had last year, other than the back two of Hierro and Collar actually replaces Baresi. But you got to remember, Baresi's 36 now. So giving him a little bit of bench time isn't going to harm whatsoever. No. And Nesta is not quite ready yet. So I'm okay with that. That's absolutely fine with me.
A good team, yeah.
The likes of Rui Costa and Van Basten on the bench. Kluivert on the bench. Ruud Gullit on the bench. Yeah.
It's disgusting, isn't it?
It's absolutely incredible, isn't it? The teams that we're building. But there we go. Dad, your team.
Yes.
It's even wilder. I've got Roy Keane. You've got Patrick Vieira.
Oh, we had to bring it together, didn't we? We couldn't just let it just disappear.
Oh, how exciting.
Wait for this game next. Whoa,
it never happened in the Premier League. It now happened in the Serie A.
Yes.
Because you got him at Juve, which he did play for eventually in his career, if you remember correctly.
Yeah.
That's where he went to after Arsenal. The CDM for £8 million. Look who else has turned up. Ronaldo.
Got him when he's young. Like you said, you got to get these guys when they're quite young. Get them in the team just in case you lose. I might lose Alan Shearer to a free contract or something like that.
Yeah, R9.
I've got this guy
in the side.
And he's looking good already for a 19-year-old as well, isn't he?
Skipped over his time at Barcelona. He went to Bayern Munich instead, £15 million. You signed him for just 2.25 more, or 2.75 more, sorry.
Yeah.
And then picked him up for Juve. The one Italian side he didn't play for, because of course he played for both Inter and AC Milan.
Yeah.
He's now at Bayern Munich. Dad, I referenced the Brazilian Gary Neville being signed.
Yes.
There he is.
What a player this guy is as well. So
5.
when you look at my defence, then I've got such a good defence tonight.
Yeah, I mean, this is where the money problems in this database hopefully is going to be solved, because Lazio signed him for £1 million more. He had 2 incredible seasons, and then you've bought him for £1 million less.
Yeah, just
so
wouldn't have
it
happened,
makes
would it?
no sense. But there we go, and we still move. Fabio Cannavaro, a move that actually happened in real life, of course. He didn't go to Manchester United and then go to you, but you did sign Fabio Cannavaro
Just
at
strengthen
Juve.
my defence up even more, really.
Yeah, they got him from Napoli last season. He had a really good season. You picked him up for £5 million more. Robbie Fowler, though, we looked at him.
Well, there's another striker I got in, so I've got 2 good young strikers come into the team now, just in case.
Yeah, just in case the
Just
4
in
I've
case.
already got are not scoring. Because look at this.
I've gone 3 up front. Of course I've got.
That's
If I've got that
changed.
many strikers in, I'm going to do that, ain't I?
He's tinkered.
Hey, look at that for a strike force. Now look.
Incredible.
Shearer, Fowler and Birdcamp. What a team that is, isn't it?
That is
what a strike
insane,
force
isn't it?
that is.
And on the bench, R9.
Yeah.
Zola. Del Piero.
I mean, then you look at my defence and my midfield. What at the midfield? Then go back into my defence. Wow. It's just world class.
Everywhere
Everywhere.
you look. Yeah. Yeah, I actually think you've got a better team than me now.
Yeah, well, I would say so, yeah.
I think so. So, schedule-wise then, you started off the season very well. 1-0 against Inter Milan, 1-0 against Roma, and Udinese 6-0. But what I will refer to is, again, we played each other in a friendly. We don't know why this keeps happening, but I won 6-1. And Baggio got 4. Just signed him. Goes back to his former club and scores 4.
Unbelievable.
Incredible. Love that. Anyway.
I mean, the only thing I'm going to say there is you put 6 past me, then every game after that I didn't concede a goal.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. Schedule for me, I've drawn a game, but it was against Inter, and I was down to 10 men. Romario scored, we then got a player sent off, and Mazzino scored for Inter Milan. Mazzino, I remember him quite well as well. Very good player. But I did beat Torino and Genoa quite comfortably as well, so this season is off to a flyer already. Let's see what happens. Oh, well, we're chopping and changing. And it was
1
on the
point.
final day.
1 point.
On the final day. I mean, we both won, so I'm guessing our fixtures were staggered.
Yeah.
But if we're looking at the past positions... Yeah, so on the final day, I was in the league because I played a game before you. 24th, you played of May. Mine was the 10th of May. What?
14 days after, you had to wait to see whether you'd won the league or what.
That is horrible. Well, I don't know what is that's all about.
We were at the beach just chilling out.
Yeah.
14 days.
I'm guessing you're in some other competition.
I must have been.
And I was worried on the beach.
To go 2 weeks.
But Alan Shearer 31,
he's done it.
Romario
He ain't done it again, is
30.
he,
What
old Alan Shearer, is he?
another golden
Hey,
boot.
God almighty.
And
average rating
8
again.
Average rating.
Who is this striker?
Yeah, I've never heard of him. Never heard of him.
Never lets me down, Alan.
Assists, though. Oh, my God. Baggio with 26 assists. Zanetti with 20. Rivaldo with 15. Carlos with 15. I bet this league was so much fun to watch.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being able to watch that all the time? That must be insane. Peruzzi got Golden Glove. Oliver Kahn got 17, 1 behind him. But I lost 1 game less.
Yeah.
And it was to you. So another point in the bag there. Puts you up to 5 already this season. You lost 2, though. Was
One
to
to you.
me.
Yeah, we knew that.
So,
Yeah.
No, that was the friendly. Remember?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, 6
Yeah, we're not counting the friendlies,
So you
which
put
I'd like
5
to.
past me in that game.
Yeah.
You put 11 goals past me in 2 games.
Yeah.
And my defence was that good.
Yeah, and you won 3-1 in the other one. My goal difference, 126. Last season was only 100. I just want to point that out. If we're looking at statistics, I scored 154 goals in 34 matches.
That's unbelievable.
34 matches.
I'm trying to work out what the average rate that would be. It's got to be at 4 goals a game, innit?
Something like that. Yeah, that's absolutely
No, it's got to be
mental.
close to 5 goals a game.
Close to 5 goals. You had the most clean sheets, which we did see. You had 2 more clean sheets there. And the fewest conceded. You only conceded 24 goals in 34 games. I conceded 28. So
24
that's where you won the league.
in 1 game you scored 5 in the league game, didn't you?
Yeah.
So I only scored
19.
24. So,
Yeah.
Unbelievable,
in
isn't
the
it?
rest of the games.
Yeah.
So there we go. Defense wins you titles, said Sir Alex.
Yeah.
So there we go. Win another point there, but we're on AC Milan. Do you want to win anything else? Oh, there it is! Champions League, Coppa Italia, Super Coppa Italia, which means I probably played you. I did. It's another win. We're counting that one. Coppa Italia, 3-0 against Inter Milan in the final. Oh, get in. But the Champions League, Manchester United.
Again. That's 3 years.
3 years in a row they got to the final, yeah. But that is huge. What a win.
I could have done without that.
Eric Cantona sent off 21 minutes.
No wonder why.
Scissor kicked someone, and he's gone. Patrick Kluivert didn't score until the 25th.
Yeah,
I mean, their team, Figo played up front, my old player. Ryan Giggs is in there. Graham Lasso, Babel, Pallister, English Cafu. Everybody always sags it off. He was genuinely such a good player. He really was a good player.
Do you know, I always think to myself, he was a good player because he had David Beckham in front of him, didn't it? And he says that as well, doesn't he?
David Beckham was only there till 2003.
I know, but he always
He didn't retire till 2012.
He always used to say I was made to look better because David Beckham was in front of me. So all I had to do was just make sure he got the ball.
I think he always undersells himself.
I think it's just a case that he was unliked. No one liked him.
No one liked him. Not even Man United fans liked him. But it's so underrated. I really do think he's
I can always remember when he started off at Sky Sports. It was like everybody was going, why have they just signed Gary Neville?
Yeah. I still think that now.
And within about 2 months, I thought, what a signing that is.
Yeah.
Because he was so good for the programme, and how unbiased he was, even against Man United as well, wasn't it? He said it as it was, and I thought he was good for Sky Sports when he went there.
Yeah. Do you know what my favourite thing about Gary Neville is? Today's video is sponsored by Huel. Huel is... It's incredible. His brand deals are insane.
Oh, if you haven't seen it, go onto his podcast
Every
and watch
time
it.
we're watching it,
we cry, don't we?
cracks me up. It's just the way that the editing's so bad. It's like there. It's like, I like Huel. Huel is. It's like, oh my god, Gary, bit of personality, please. At least look like you actually enjoy Huel.
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
We reckon it's an empty thing every time he takes a drink of it.
He's put something else in
Yeah,
there. He's
definitely,
a waterman. There's no way he drinks that. Not a chance. Anyway, moving on. I won the Champions League. That's 7 points straight off the bat. UEFA Cup is 5 points. Champions League is 7. Plus the Coppa Italia, which is 3. Where were you eliminated, Dad? Not by me. Inter Milan knocked you out in the semi-final while I was beating Lazio 10-1. Yeah.
So close to being a final.
Huge.
Good, wasn't it?
Huge season for both of us then. What about you though, Dad? You were playing in the UEFA Cup, I think, still. You won it!
Yeah.
Won the UEFA Cup!
10.
4-0 against Parma. Alright, this makes it interesting. What I will say though is this is not where, if you win the UEFA Cup, you go into the Champions League.
No.
Also, I don't think winning the Champions League puts me back in the Champions League.
No, don't, because Champions League was a Champions League. You had to be
because I would have noticed it there where it said that. It
Yeah.
says I've already qualified for UEFA Cup.
I'm in it next season.
I don't know whether that's a problem, whether that should have happened. I didn't play. I didn't remember football back then.
I don't think it is. I think it stayed like that up until recently, where
if you won it, you stayed in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where now I think going back then, I'm pretty sure it was that you had to be
your champion of your
that season. Then you went into it. Then
yeah,
I'm pretty sure of it.
Okay, there we go. So I'm not in the Champions League next season. I can't retain it. That's annoying. But you're playing in it. Maybe I'll just have to win the UEFA Cup instead. Goals-wise then, Dad, for you, 44 in 42 appearances for Alan Shearer, with 17 assists, by the way.
That's even better, isn't it?
Yeah, it makes it insane, doesn't it? Rory Fowler got 24, Del Piero got 15 and 14, Gianluca Vialli got 15 and 10, Ronaldo got 13.
That's good, isn't it?
Zidane doing quite well as well. You didn't think he'd play that much. He has. 15 for Julian Guerrera. 18 assists from Roberto Carlos. £37 million to spend next year. Now, over to mine. We know there's a stupid amount of goals. 5 players had 20 or over. My centre-back had 19. 2 of my centre-backs.
That centre-back had 19. That's
They're
my old
corners,
centre-back.
aren't they? Bloody yeah, your old centre-back getting 19.
31 years of age.
He is
as well.
good at attacking. 20 strength,
dear,
17
dear.
heading, 20 bravery with 17 jumping reach.
He's 20 for marking and 20 for tackling.
Yeah. Gabriel Batistuta was my top scorer, 39 with 17 assists. Romario, 34 in 10. Patrick Kluivert with 26. Look at this, though. 24 goals, 34 assists.
Never won my ex-players.
Rivaldo, 20 goals, 32
what
assists.
Makes it worse is on the picture, he's still got the Juve kit on. Both those players have got the Juve kits on still.
Amazing,
it makes it even worse. You look at there.
So what a season Roberto Baggio had, as well as Rivaldo. It looks like these two positions here are absolutely cooking in terms of assists. And I have got £67 million next season, and I'm also trying to sign somebody called Bolognese. So moving on, let's look at the points. Season 3 points are Omega Luke with 12 and Omega Dad with 10, meaning the total points now is 31 for Omega Luke and 26 for Omega Dad. I had a bit more of a quieter window because it gets to a certain point where you signed all the good players. There's just no room in the squad.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
the only players I signed was Francesco Totti. At 20 years old, before he really amounted to anything. He had a few years at Roma, one good season there. Stopped all of that legacy. And Clarence Seedorf, who I think played for AC Milan.
Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure he did.
He played for a lot of clubs.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I actually believe Clarence Seedorf is the only man who won 3 Champions League for 3 different clubs.
Yeah.
You guys will know down in the comments section. I'm pretty sure it's Seedorf.
He was a beast of a midfielder as well, wasn't he?
He was indeed, yeah. So I'm pretty sure he won it with Ajax.
Another Dutch player again.
Yeah, I think he won it with
what a team
AC
they had
Milan,
coming
maybe.
through, didn't it?
I can't remember. He played for so many different clubs. But £7.5 million, Clarence Seedorf joins the club. I'm happy with that because he can play in both of those positions as well.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh no, Clarence can play there. We're all good.
Yeah.
Dad, you had a quieter window as well. You got Frederick Canute, the first new gen that came through of a real player.
Yeah.
So there we go. There's the first one. He looks good too.
Just another striker I got in just in case.
Yeah. I mean, can't remember him ever being that good, Freddie Canute, but there we go. Matthias Sammer. Now tell the story. You tried to get him before.
I did.
2 years before, and he rejected you.
Rejected me and went to Man United.
He said, I want to play with Gary Neville. And then, after 2 years of watching the Huel adverts, he's like, get me out of this club.
Yeah, come back. Let me come back to you. Yeah, I did try and sign him, and I was disappointed when I didn't get him the first time, but it all worked out in the end. I got him in the end, so I was pleased with that.
Yeah, plays naturally in those 2 positions there. Of course.
Which is even better, yeah.
Ballon d'Or winner in real life.
Yeah.
Not many people remember that, Matthias Sammer. It was obviously when Dortmund won the league.
Not many defenders got the Ballon d'Or, did they? So
no, he was instrumental in Dortmund in the 90s. We will check the Ballon d'Or, don't worry. Of course, there'll only be 4 winners, but we'll check it. Finally, you got Edwin van der Sar. He rejected me a couple of seasons beforehand.
I had a bit of spare money and I thought, right, I'm going to get myself a goalkeeper just in case one of my keepers wants to leave.
Because it's my favourite hobby.
Yes. And this guy was available, so at that price you got to take it, ain't you, really? Yeah.
So we've decimated Ajax completely. Let's see your best 11 now. Van der Sar goes in.
Yes, straight in there. It's not much change, really, is it?
No.
I mean, all I've done is just strengthen the squad, really, but apart from strengthen my goalkeeper, so I'm not going to change it. I just won the league.
You have indeed, and that makes a change.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at my tactic then, starting 11. I mean, I'm sticking with the same tactic. There's no way I'm changing that. And it's pretty similar, if not exactly the same as what it was last year. So, the signings of... Actually, no, Seedorf has gone in.
Yeah,
Seedorf has gone into the side. I mean, Desai, Roy Keane, Seedorf, who really cares? Any one of them is fine, isn't it? Yeah. It's like, oh no. But there we go. Let's have a look at the schedule then so far. We have played, in fact, we haven't gone towards the end of the window. That's on us. I don't know what we're doing. 5-2 against Sampdoria. 1-1 against Lazio. I've dropped points. I'm about to play Inter Milan. Yourself, Dad, you've played 2 games and won both with a 10-0 deficit. Really good.
Looking at Sampdoria with David Platt, that was when the Italian football was on the telly quite a lot, and that's why he went there, really. And he sort of like, I'm sure that he made a lot of English people watch Italian football then.
And I used to.
Yeah, I used to watch it. And Sampdoria was one of my favourite teams because he was playing for him.
Yeah, Channel 4.
Yeah, Channel 4. Yeah.
Okay then, season number 4. Let's simulate it and see what happens because there's points flying around everywhere. And I'm back in the top of the table, and again, only lost one.
It was against me as well, wasn't it?
Last season I only lost 1, and the season before I was unbeaten. I have lost 2 games of football in the league in 3 seasons. That is mental, by the way. 166 goals. That's more than last season.
Yes.
Last season was 154. Jesus
dear,
Christ.
oh dear.
1 game, it was against you, though. That's what will be said. It was against you. I beat you 5-3 when you came to my ground, though. So let's an extra point there either way. And the profile of the league, Alan Shearer, top scorer. Yeah.
What a signing my first season that was, wasn't it?
What I will say is one of us has got to sign Aaron Crespo at some point. We can't have this. We
No.
can't have that at all.
No.
Davilsuka, you any good or what? Yeah.
Yeah.
Edwin van der Sar, 18
what
clean
a first
sheets.
season for me there. And
Oliver Kahn got 16. Robbie Baggio, though. Oh, that's cursing you each time, isn't it?
yeah.
7.89, 7.88 for Batistuta, who did get 25. Romario got 29. In terms of the past positions, it was very close between the two of us, obviously,
Yeah.
because we didn't exactly drop many points, so it's not going to chop and change that much, really. On AC Milan, though, of course, I wasn't in the Champions League, but I was in the UEFA Cup. I won it again. Oh, you knocked me out of Coppa Italia, though.
What's a few points? So I went on and
Stop
won it
me
then.
from getting the treble. The Super Cup, I beat Inter Milan, and you lost against Inter Milan, so we didn't play each other in that. I don't get any trophies, but we didn't play each other in that one. The UEFA Cup, I beat PSV, and I'm not surprised. We took all their players.
Yeah, I was going to say.
On the route, though, we beat Dortmund. I beat Dortmund, sorry. Nottingham Forest. Wow, so they must have won the FA Cup.
Yeah.
Or something, or got close. Third round, Deportivo La Coruña. Second round was Club Bruges. I'm happy with that, which means we've won that every year, haven't we? We have indeed.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's dominated by Italian clubs for
Cool,
years
yeah.
and since 92. Dad, did you go on and win anything? Oh.
Get in, I won the big one as well.
Won the Champions League.
I needed that one for the points.
4-0.
Man United
against
again.
Man United. That is 4 Champions League finals in a row for Sir Alex Ferguson. They got George Weah playing up front for him at the minute. But you beat him 4-0 in the final. Semi-final beating Sporting. Quarter-final knocking out Ajax. Again, not surprised. They got no players left. We don't get to see the groups. You have Man United in your group. And
lucky.
PSG.
So I only lost one game, was it, against Man United?
Yeah, it was. At home as well. You beat them 7-0 at Old Trafford. What? That's absolutely mental. I mean, obviously Old Trafford didn't look like that back then, but that is mental. Figo is still their key player. Juventus, you knocked me out in the Coppa Italia semi-final 8-4. Wow, so I didn't win one of the legs.
No.
You just get 2 points for that one. 1 for beating me, 1 for knocking me out. You went on to the final and beat Inter Milan 1-0 in Rome.
Yes.
Well done. AC Milan goals, 41 in 41 starts for Romario, 38 in 38 starts for Batistuta with 16 assists. Patrick Kluivert got 28. He only played 29 games in total, and 14 of them were off the bench. Roberto Baggio, 24 and 27 again from that position. Totti played a lot more games than what I thought.
Yeah.
18 and 17 for Rivaldo. Rui Costa, 18 and 15 when he only started 20 games. This is just mental. 24 assists from Clarence Seedorf.
The centre
23 from
defender again.
Zanetti.
Him.
Collar got 16 as well. That's 32 goals from
It's getting
the
even worse seeing him
centre-backs.
score 16 goals. From
Even
there.
my backup left back, Martin Wagner, who only played 18 games and 8 of them were off the bench, scored 3 and got 15 assists. How has he done that?
I reckon every time you boys went forward, though, you scored a goal.
Martin, come on the pitch. Just the 1 assist day will do, mate. Thank you. That is absolutely insane. Transfer budget for next season, not that I need it. Another £69 million. Oh, and also, yeah, I signed Ronaldinho. He's coming. Just 275k. I thought it was a bit of a bargain, if you ask me. Plays centre attacking midfield. He joins at the end of the season because he is now 18 from Gremio and he already looks that good.
Yeah.
Okay, Dad, over to you. The squad-wise, 43 and 41 games for Alan Shearer. Del Piero with 26 in 33. 20 and 11 for Robbie Fowler. Did drop off a little bit here. But, hey, you won the Champions League with it.
When you got Shearer banging in 43 goals, though, not everybody can score a goal.
No, they can't,
One
no.
person can put it in the net.
Roberto Carlos got 24 assists.
That's better.
19 from Edgar Davids.
Yeah.
So that was huge as well. And your transfer budget, 64 million. What we're going to buy? I have no idea.
No. Struggling now, we struggling.
Is there any players
The thing
left?
is that you're buying players now, and you're in your squad, and people will get sort of like, "Well, he didn't even play. Well, you couldn't get in the team."
Yeah. Who are you going to drop?
Yeah.
Show me. Who are you going to drop?
I mean, I'm not going to sell.
We're
I'm
struggling
sure,
to
really.
register players.
Yeah, it
It's
was.
got to that point.
Yeah.
All right, let's look at the points tally after 4 years. In season number 4, then Omega Luke gained 10 points and Omega Dad gained 13, meaning the total points going into the final season is Omega Luke with 41 and Omega Dad with 39. Okay, then the final year, I thought, well, somebody had to do it. I've got Hernan Crespo in, £10 million. No idea if he's going to play a single game, but it stops Roma from scoring goals, I guess. And also I went for Josep Guardiola. Don't know if you've ever heard of him.
No, I've never heard of him.
No, Pep Guardiola.
It don't even look like him either, does it?
I don't know. Full head of hair instead. Looking a lot less stressed than what he's been doing recently.
Yeah.
Plays, of course, centre mid, plays in that CDM role, but look at the mental attributes on him. Phenomenal.
He looks good, doesn't he?
Yeah. Weird story about Pep Guardiola, haven't we? From when we went to Barcelona when I was a kid.
Yes, there was, yeah. We bought the shirt with his name on it, wasn't it?
Well, that was a quick story, wasn't it? At the end. Yeah, that was it.
Well, we went. You
know, a bit of storyteller.
We've done a stadium tour and all that, and we went into the stadium, and I wanted to buy a Luca kit and a Lucia kit, so I bought a kit with a name on it. I never even heard of because I didn't know a lot about Barcelona.
That's not how it went.
Is it?
See, I should have told it. You asked me whose shirt did you want, and at the time there was players like I can't remember who was there at the time because it was very late in Pep Guardiola's career. I think Samuel Eto'o was the main striker because I think Lucy had a Samuel Eto'o one.
Yes, it was Eto'o, yeah.
And I said, no, I want Guardiola number 4.
Right.
And the guy behind the counter was like, no tourists ever get Guardiola. But all the Barcelona fans loved him.
Yeah.
Because he was kind of like the unsung hero.
Yeah.
So that was the story. Told way better.
I did tell you to tell it,
by
didn't
me.
I?
Yeah. Well, I thought you remember it a lot better than me. I was only like 8. I've signed him anyway for AC Milan. Over to Dad's team. You signed Mihailovic for £12 million. Good centre-back and left-back.
Yep, just strengthening up just in case of any injuries.
Yep, the Serbian comes in there.
Don't think he'd get into the team.
Luis Enrique. So, I mean, I signed Guardiola. You signed Luis Enrique.
Yeah.
A lot of Barcelona managers.
I mean, I'm
here.
going to say it tonight. I bought it for one reason and one reason
Yeah,
only.
because where do you want to play, Luis?
I've got two good goalkeepers, so I don't need anybody playing in goal.
Yeah.
He'll play anywhere else then.
I mean, he's a 4.5-star pressing forward.
Yeah.
But he's also, I don't actually say any roles in defence, but he's also a 4.5-star ball-winning midfielder, a 4-star winger, 4.5-star inverted winger on either side, and a 4-star playmaker for £9 million from Real Madrid.
Bargain.
Another Real Madrid player, Redondo. I remember him briefly.
Yeah.
I don't remember him being that good.
No,
but
I
I
didn't.
remember him briefly.
I could only just about remember him, and I was like you. I didn't think he was that good. So,
Yeah.
but after seeing that, I thought I'm not letting that go for it. Just in case I get any,
U20s in there,
yeah, I mean,
for sure.
Get any injuries? What a player to bring in.
You also had Enzo Maresca come through Youth Academy, which I
Yeah.
don't think we've mentioned yet. But yeah, some players obviously coming through our Youth Academy that I'm never going to get into the first team because
No.
we just signed too many good players. Let's look at the tactics then. You've changed it. You've tinkered, Dad.
Yeah.
Ronaldo is being nailed up front, although he is out for the next 3 weeks, and that is because your best 11 puts Fowler, Shearer, and Del Piero all there, and you're like, well, no, I want to play R9.
Well, I just wanted to put him in beside Shearer and see how it went. So
Yeah.
that's just how it goes. That's the only reason I've moved it up. I wanted to play a bit more attacking, so that's what I've gone for that for really. Put the two really good, strong, ball-winning midfielders in defensive midfield.
Yeah.
What a defensive midfielder that is as well. So taking a chance, but I've gone for it.
Yeah, you were jealous of the goals I was scoring.
Well, yeah, definitely. Yeah. So I could try and score more, aren't I?
Should be no shock that I haven't changed anything after the amount of goals I am scoring. Rivaldo and Totti actually reprised the roles there, so I'm quite shocked Rui Costa hasn't really had that much, and obviously Baggio after these seasons is like on the bench. It makes no sense, but there we go. Anyway, schedule, start of the season, we played each other in the Serie A, and Dad absolutely whooped me 4-0. Beating Inter Milan.
Beat you in a friendly as well.
Yeah.
So
We don't count
warning.
them. We don't count
You had the
them.
warning.
Beating Inter Milan, beating Udinese, beating Piacenza. You have dropped points though.
Yes.
To a Crespo-less Roma.
Yeah.
Harold Lozano.
I can't believe I drew that game. So there it goes.
Who is their striker now? They got Claudio Lopez, who isn't too bad though, but he's more of the left midfielder. Oh, Milito's up there. Diego Milito. I mean, I don't remember him being that good then. Obviously, he goes on to play for Inter Milan and won the treble with Jose Mourinho.
Yeah.
But I don't remember him being that good
The other
that
striker?
early. The other striker
With
is
his
wearing a Juve shirt. It's Ravanelli, of course, who we remember from the Premier League at his
He was
time at
brilliant, wasn't he?
Middlesbrough.
Yeah, he was brilliant.
Yeah,
for
so
Middlesbrough.
good team there. David Unsworth is in there. Aldair is quite a big name as well, playing right back. Let's see then. Final season with the points just 2 points? Yeah, 2 points between us going into the final season. Anything can happen.
Yep.
You've already gained 1 point for beating me there.
Yeah.
So it's just one
One
point
point in
between
it.
us. Final
on.
season. Let's simulate it. final season, Juventus have won the league. I only lost
Have I
2
come
games
back
as
again?
well. I just drew too many. Lost against you at the start, remember? But I beat you in the other game 3-0.
Yeah.
So I did gain a point back. You also scored 1 more goal than me.
My tactic worked changing that. You conceded
Conceded
less goals. Yeah.
So did Inter Milan as well. So if we're looking at games lost in the Serie A, 2 there, 1 there, 3,
2 there.
1 there, 4, 0 there. In 4 years, I only lost 4 games. And the year before that, 2.
Yeah.
So in 5 years, I only lost 6
league
games in the league. That is mental. But
Definitely.
also, do you remember when AC Milan won the Serie A when they only scored like 36 goals
Yeah, that's
because
right,
their defensive record was so good?
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly how many goals it was, but it was in the 30s.
Yeah.
It was nowhere near the goals I was scoring. But it's because of the likes of Baresi, Costa Curta, and Maldini at the back.
Yeah.
Panucci, who's doing so well that they conceded so little amount of goals. Very interesting how that play. Must have been so boring to go watch. Great that you keep winning, but yeah, please win by more than 1-0. Phenomenal season. Well done, Dad. Champions of the Serie A. Alan Shearer got 32 goals. Who the hell is this guy? Kasaragi, what are you doing in our golden boot little ceremony? R9 up there with 23.
Oh, it's worth putting him in then.
Batistuta only got 22 is my highest. Del Piero got 20. Alan Shearer, Ronaldo, Kluivert, Rivaldo all the way up there. Oliver Kahn had the most clean sheets by a lot as well.
Yeah, well done.
Let's have a look then, Dad, on yourself. Competitions. Did you win the UEFA Cup? You did. You did win the UEFA Cup 4-0, which means you gain an extra 5 points. So that's 4 points for winning the league. 5 points, that's an extra 9, plus the 10 for beating me. However, I do see
I'm worried now because I just
you lost against me in the quarter-final of the Coppa Attack. That's only one leg.
I've got to hope that you don't win that cup.
But that's 2 points I have won. On to the final click. Competitions. Oh, they're in the Champions League. I didn't win the Coppa Italia, but I won the Champions League. 7 points. Manchester United again. That's 5 years in a row. And they got the worst luck.
Yeah.
Oh, I hated it as a kid. We got to the final and lost again. We've dominated that the last 3 years. The UEFA Cup, we've won it all 5 years. I'm pretty sure we have. 5. It is 5.
Yeah.
Because you won it the
Yeah, I
first
won it the
season.
first season, didn't I? Yeah.
That is insane. We dominated that competition. I mean, I'm not surprised at the players that we
Oh,
had.
100%.
But silly
100%.
amount of players.
Have I done enough?
Let's look at the points tally and then we'll have a look at all the goals. So for the final season, Omega Luke has gained 10 points and Omega Dad has gained 11, meaning the total points are Omega Luke with 51 and Omega Dad with 50. 1 point between us. Of course, you got an extra point because you beat me in the Super Cup final, but that's how close you got.
That cup game that I lost
Yeah.
cost me because you didn't go on and win it.
No, just knocked you out of
So
it.
just losing that game is what cost
Lazio
me.
went on to win it.
Yeah.
Insane. Goals then, Dad.
Great. Oh, 45. again.
45, the career of Alan Shearer, who surely has won a Ballon d'Or in this.
How many times did I win the Champions League twice?
You've
Or
won
did
it
just the once?
you've won it once, I think. I won it twice, you won it once.
So he's got to have won it at least once, I would
Yeah.
say.
Ronaldo, probably a future Ballon d'Or winner because
Yeah.
already look how good he is. 33 and 21, 27 and 23 from Del Piero. Absolutely fantastic player. Dennis Bergkamp, not bad for a free signing, Dad.
Yes,
not bad
done me
at
well,
all.
didn't
Yeah. Robbie Fowler done all right. 17 starts, 20 goals, 14 assists. Insane. Let's have a look at the goals for my team then. 39 and 39 for Batistuta.
Yeah, he's good, isn't he?
Batty goal. Oh my God. In 29 games
Yeah.
and only 13 starts, 34 goals from Patrick Kluivert. I've never seen a statistic like that. That is mental. At 25 in 39 for Romario.
Oh, he's done me again with another 19
Colin
goals.
19. You missed the trick, losing him. 19 and 14 for Totti.
Wherever my technical director losing him for
Yeah.
signing on, isn't it?
Rivaldo,
Oh,
27
no.
assists. 28 assists for Zanetti. 22 for Panucci. He only started 16. They get so many assists. My fullbacks, 18 as well for Maldini. Absolutely insane. I've really enjoyed that one, though.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. The calibre of players that we've got in there, so much fun, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We had so much fun just picking the players, didn't we? And like
so
we were
good.
saying, we just couldn't put them in the team half the time. We're what you class as a world-class player, knowing that he won't get in your team.
So hopefully a lot of the little problems that we found will be fixed. As we also found there was a problem where like you couldn't register players trained by Milan. So I think that's also been fixed now as well. If you're downloading the latest database, and of course I'll leave links. It is the Mad Scientist and Mr. Tiny's creation, the combination of the two working together. The Mad Scientist has done a video on how to get it and put it onto your game. It's a very short video should you wish to do that, so please go and support them because they do amazing work in the community. They have patrons which you can support them and which can get you the extra graphics and stuff like that to make it look as good as this. All of that you can see on here, and obviously all the new gen stuff is from what you can get from support them on Patreon because they're putting a lot of time into it. Speaking of Patreon members, we're not going to put this as a save game file because of course that negates the fact that we're using their database that they've created. So if you'd like to go over to them and support them, then that's absolutely fine. But thank you to everybody who continues to support us. We really do appreciate it as we go into this festive month with the delay. Of course, we've just gone past the day where Football Manager would have actually come out. So we're obviously very sad, but at the same time, we're still absolutely loving creating Football Manager 2024 content for you. And we're really glad that you're still with us and still enjoying it too. I think we're making some of our best stuff, which I had a feeling it would kind of make us do.
Yeah, we're having a laugh as well doing it, aren't we?
Exactly, yeah. So the Youth to Gold is obviously come to an end last week. The compilation will be out for you guys who stick around and wait for that to come out. But a brand new series is starting this week. And we're taking on a big old Super League from tier number 3. So make sure you're subscribed because you don't want to miss that. But I'll stick up on the page right now another video just in case it hasn't come out yet. But when it does, it'll be on screen for you right now. Thank you very much for watching.
Whoa. Ballon d'Or, mate. You said we were going to show everybody.
The Ballon d'Or. Who won it?
They're all screaming at us saying, the Ballon d'Or.
Who won it? The Ballon d'Or. And on that bombshell, Alan Shearer won it 4 years in a row. 4 years with a Milan player as the runner-up. Other than that,
Juventus kits.
Time to go. Time to go. See you later. You can't change the points now. Omega Luke won by 1 point. Bye-bye.